When you think about, oh man, I've racked up so much credit card debt that the most expensive thing in my entire life is just the interest on that. How are you ever going to get out of that hole that you dug? Welcome to the United States of America. This stat kind of bothered me. The inflation costs on the national debt just surpassed spending on defense and Medicare. For the first 7 months of 2024, spending on net interest surged to $514 billion. You ever heard of a debt snowball? Right? The debt snowball is where you start paying on the on the lowest balance, right? Let's say you have like 6 credit cards. Make a round number. Let's say you have 5 credit cards. One of them's a $100 balance, 300, 500, 1,000, whatever. Start paying on the lowest one, and let's say you paid off that $100, and then you roll that $100 payment you were making onto the next one. And then you've rolled off the 100 and the 200. Then you roll it on to the next one. So you've rolled off the 100, 200. Now you're putting 300 into the next one, right? So you're making a snowball in order to pay off the debt faster. But the US government seems to be doing the opposite. The US government snowball seems to be rolling down the hill right at them, and they're like, oh my God, they're going to roll us over. And that's exactly what's going to happen, right? When you are spending more on interest costs, just the interest costs, versus all of your defense, all of your Medicare, you've got a huge problem here. There is a giant, giant fiscal problem in this government. Interest payments on the nation's ballooning debt just eclipsed spending on defense and Medicare, worrying policy experts that have warned the U.S. This threatens to undermine U.S. economic stability. Yeah, you freaking think? Interest payments on, oh, hang on here. Just reloaded. The first 7 months of 2024, which began in October, spending on net interest, come on, quit loading, surged to 514 billion, surpassing the spending on both national defense at 498 and Medicare at 465. In fact, interest costs have topped spending on veterans, education, and transportation combined. Rising debt will continue to put upward pressure on interest rates. Yeah, without reforms to reduce the debt and interest costs will keep rising, crowding out spending on other priorities and burden future generations. We've all seen it, that the government basically says, we're just going to pass the problem off to the next person in line, right? We're just going to kick the can down the hill. That's what they always do. The Fed raised interest rates 11 times in the last couple of years, lifting it to the highest level in 23 years in an attempt to crush inflation and cool the economy. Well, we're definitely seeing cool the economy, but we've not seen crush the inflation just yet. Policymakers have signaled they'll hold interest rates at elevated levels until they are certain inflation is conquered. Spending on interest now is the second largest line item on the budget and is expected to remain high for the rest of 2024. By 2051, it's projected to be the most expensive part of the budget. Well, that's awesome, right? That's what we have to look forward to. Um, I don't I can't think of a great example, but I mean, just imagine for a second, right? The most expensive thing in your life is not your mortgage, is not your car payment, is not maybe the gas or electric or whatever your bills are, but just the interest. How demoralizing is that, right? When you think about, oh man, I've racked up so much credit card debt that the most expensive thing in my entire life is just the interest on that. How are you ever going to get out of that hole that you dug? Welcome to the United States of America. That's what our government has here. Let's take a look at L3 Technologies. All right. So I picked this one because it was talking about the interest costing more than the defense budget. And L3 Technologies is one of those defense contractors that's definitely been helped a lot lately with all the stuff that's going on out in the world, right? They're definitely being helped. We saw a low from about $163 a share to now with everything that's going on, right? All these wars and funding and everything else for every other country in the world, it's seeing a high of 215. So from 160 to 215, so about $50 a share. That's pretty outstanding. In fact, we got a buy signal not too long ago on April 25th when it was around 207, and now it's at 215 or so. So it's definitely on its way up. Now let's take a look at what the performance summary shows. Outlier showing a buy and hold at not buy and hold, but the outlier signals at 45% versus buy and hold at 12%. Right. So you're definitely outperforming buy and hold whenever you're using these outlier buy and sell signals right here on the chart. Now, I want to send you the buy and sell signals every single day, 100% for free. all you got to do is head over to freeaitrades.com, and then you can get on my newsletter and you can get these buy and sell signals like I've been talking about all day long. You'll get them sent straight to you. So make sure you head over to freeaitrades.com. You don't want to miss out on this. And let's go see what the internet has to say about this. Out of control, why policy experts say scary numbers are threatening the American stability. Interest payments on nation's debt just eclipsed defense and Medicare. Thanks to the $8 trillion added by the deficit Trump and the Republicans. Right. Let's be realistic here. It's everybody's fault, right? I don't know when the last time we had a balanced budget, maybe since Bill Clinton. I mean, we'll be very honest here. It definitely had something to do with Trump. Orange Man may be bad today. Sadly, the defense in this post will probably be the crickets. The American people, rightly, are more concerned about buying food and the ability to pay our bills. I agree with that. Let's see what else people have to say. USA isn't really ready for crypto. I'm not. That's a good thing. Okay. Cryptocurrency just opened the door. I don't know about that. They can just print money and just to pay the interest. They can just print money to pay the interest. Duh, a Zoomer would say. Why isn't this headline news? Yeah, that's a great question. Not scary one bit, according to the Dow, hitting 40,000. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do we have a huge problem here? I don't know, but I'm not excited to see that interest is now basically our most expensive thing out there, it looks like. Hey, be sure to click one of these two videos up above. The YouTube algorithm gods think that these are the next videos that you need to watch to have an incredible day. And who doesn't want to have that? Click one of these to watch more, and I'll see you on the next episode.